Hariji, go ahead.
Guruji, from what you taught us today, and also related to Kathopanishad, and including the cause and effect law, is anything called free will at all available? Because any will, that anything that I think, there must be a cause. I have a free will. By using that free will, I can evolve. If I have a will, that means that is an effect. There must be a cause. And the ultimate,
what is an effect?
If I think, the thought is an effect. And there must be a cause why I am thinking like this. I think to attend your class. There must be a cause that makes me to think to attend your class. So if the, and here also we are telling even simple activities like breathing or seeing or feeling, thinking, feeling, everything, I don't do anything. That is exactly what Kathopanishad says. If that is the explanation, that the consciousness is the root cause of my breathing or thinking or seeing or feeling or touching, how can I say I have a free will?
Right. So, question is this. Everything has a cause.
Yeah.
Free will, the word free will implies that I am the cause of certain things. Initiate an action now. And therefore, I can say I am deciding to drink some water right now.
Because you taught me by drinking water, I can quench my thirst. So you are the cause.
So Hariji is saying, okay, I'm with using my free will, I drank some water just now. All right. Free will seems to be the cause of actions, which cause more and more results, etc. He's asking, is there a cause for free will? And for free will also seems not that free, really speaking. Because there is a cause. The minute something has a cause, then that you can't that thing loses agency. Correct? Suppose this teenager boy is spending a lot of money and he's saying I did this, I did that, I bought a car, I did everything. Is saying wow, everybody's amazed, but the point is this guy has not earned even one penny in his life. All the money is coming from parents, so they are the cause for all this activity. Correct? This guy, he can choose what to buy, where to go, but finally it's all coming from up there. So, what is this free will? He's asking. Is there really any free will? Yeah. See, the answer to your question is the real answer is yes. Atma, in the presence of Atma, all activities takes place. That is why 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is very important. Or others we refer to Guna Guneshu Vartante. That is very important statement. Now, this is why Guna Gunesh. Gunas are like that. Things will happen whether you like it or not. And you yourself don't know. Suppose you say, I like blue color. Therefore, during Deepavali, I will buy a blue color shirt. I bought blue color. Hey, why do you like blue color? I don't know. I don't know. I like blue color. That's all. So, I mean, vicharam na sahate. The minute you start asking a question, guess what? then you will end up with all these questions which seem to have no answers. To which Krishna says, Guna Guneshu Vartante. Things are like that. That's it. When a situation presents itself in a particular way, then this is the way I will think. But then, but that doesn't mean we dismiss everything. Food is food only. You can eat only certain types of food. You will not go and pick up some, go to the tree and keep taking away all the leaves like a cow will do. We can't. Human beings won't do that. There are certain things we eat, certain things we don't eat. Certain things are good to eat, certain things are not so good to eat, etc. All these the niyamas are all there, no doubt. Without niyamas, there is no relationship, there is no life at all. Life is governed by those niyamas. And free will is one of the entities in that niyama. It's as mithya as anything else. Suppose I ask you, free will is satyam or mithya, what will you say? Huh? Free will is satyam or mithya? Satyam,
Mithya.
mithya.
Depends on Prakriti.
Mithya.
See, in multiple choice questions, generally there are 4 5 options they give. But here only 2 options are there. I've given you only 2 options. Mithya. Why it is mithya? Why not satyam?
Mithya. To me,
It is mithya. Free will is mithya. Because free will comes, there is no free will in Shushupti. Therefore, free will is agama pai. Agama comes and goes. Therefore, it's mithya only. Okay. It
In
is there.
fact, in
It is there.
reality, there is no free will at all.
So, free will being mithya, that's a huge revelation, right? That itself is a huge revelation. That says, okay, just like my body is mithya, my mind is mithya. Okay, what I eat is mithya. Everything is mithya. Everything is mithya.
Guruji, when you say mind is mithya,
Hmm.
the will itself is in mind. And if the mind itself is mithya, then automatically my will or free will is a mithya.
Yeah, so it's mithya. Fair enough. Everything is mithya. So the minute you say mithya, then we'll be forced to ask what is satyam. Is there any satyam? That's what Kene Shitam Padati is asking. Is there a satyam? He's asking, is there something that provokes all these things from doing stuff? Is there something that is real? Really real? How do you say in English? How do you say it? I don't know. So is there something that is real? So yes, free will is mithya. To answer your question, free will is mithya. Free will is there. We are not saying free will is there, just like body is there, mind is there, computer is there, table is there, everything is there. We don't deny all these things. Is it satyam or mithya? That is a question we are asking. Like that, your free will also is there in that. Among all the things that are there in your mind, free will is another very powerful thing, powerful sense of kartritvam. What is the Sanskrit word for free will? I just told you the answer. Kartritvam. See, we don't free will, we keep saying, but doership, that is what is agency, that is free will.
Ahankara.
Huh?
Ahankara.
Yeah, ahankara, fair enough. That's also fine. Problem is not with free will. The problem is taking free will is satyam. Ahankara vimodhatma kartahamiti manyate. Where did Krishna say that? He says, this Vimudatma with all this Mamakara and Ahankara Bhava, he says he takes himself to be a Karta. What a Vimuda, what a fool he is. Like that, Krishna had said some time ago, right? Therefore, he's not saying there is no Kartritvam. Krishna is saying no Kartritvam. He's saying no. Taking Karta, taking that I am a Karta is a mistake. What is enjoy your kartrutvam, but you are not a karta. Just like enjoy your body and mind, use it properly. But it is mithya. Don't take the mind, I to be the mind. Otherwise, I'll associate with all the thoughts and I'll become a wreck, nervous wreck. Correct? Is there a difference or not? So we respect free will. We respect free will. It is there like anything else. And yes, your point is well taken. Is there such a thing really as free will? Means you're asking, hey, is free will satyam or mithya? That's what you're asking. Answer is it is not satyam. It's a very deeply entrenched notion. Kartrutvam is so innate to us. You can't take Kartrutvam away from us at all. Impossible. But it stands away. It stands away. Shankara, Krishna is saying, Ankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. When I take myself to be an agent of free will, agent that has free will, then there is a problem. You do act as though you have free will. That's good. You do have free will. Act it, use it properly, no doubt. But I am not a karta, he says. So yeah, those questions are good, very good questions. I'm very impressed with the questions you're asking because all of you are asking. Because unless you ask the question, we won't apply the teachings of Krishna. Otherwise, we are just going writing notes, going writing notes, going writing notes. But when you think like this, then it really triggers. It forces us to apply what we're learning.
Is to say questioning starts spirituality.
Okay, questioning starts spirituality. All right, we can take that. Yeah, Swapna, go ahead. Thanks, Hariji.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Namaste. So here Shankaracharya says, Budhau Abhivyakta, right? So,
Buddhau, not
Atma,
Buddhau, not Buddhau.
Buddhau, sorry, yes, Budhau Abhivyakta. So, so Atma is manifesting as Buddhi, right?
As Buddhi, or really there is no object called Buddhi. It is really your thoughts which you are referring to by the word Buddhi.
Correct.
So Atma is manifesting as the thought itself.
But Atma is manifesting in many ways, right? Not only
Correct.
thoughts. Even
Correct.
prana is manifestation of Atma, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
But that Buddhi is what is able to appreciate the Atma. That is why that Buddhi becomes very important.
Okay.
We use the Buddhi to appreciate everything. That entire thing we are talking today, only the Buddhi is able to appreciate. So the Buddhi, I got it. When you say, I got it. Something happened, I got it. That something happened, I got it is typically used to show the presence of Atma.
Analytical.
Innermost, no?
So-
I mean,
so
we are
tell-
going inside.
So tell me, so being alive in a dead body, right? So there is Atma in the dead body also then. The constant is there. It's just the manifestation is not there, right? Is that correct?
So the difference
No.
between dead body and a live body is what? Astitvam is there in both Sat and Chit. Sat is existence. Dead body and live body, both Astitvam is there. But Chetanatvam is not there in the dead body. Chetanatvam means what? The Atma consciousness, everywhere Atma is, consciousness is there. Okay. It's not like there is one Atma called Satyam Atma and then there is another Atma called
Right.
Chetanam Atma. No, I'm not saying that. Atma is Sat and Chit and Ananda. But then Sat is manifest in the dead body, Sat is manifest in the live body. Guess what? This Chaitanya aspect of Atma is not identifiable, not identifiable in the dead body. It is identifiable in the live body. Means what? It can be appreciated in the live body.
So how is it? So how is it being appreciated? Because you're breathing, because you have thoughts?
Because I say I'm conscious. Am I a conscious being? If somebody asks, yeah, I'm a conscious being.
The
In fact,
capability of saying that, understanding that?
right, capability of saying that. In fact, I
Guruji,
make the mistake of saying the body is conscious. It is a mistake.
Guruji, the whole universe is a manifestation of Atman.
Correct.
I
Correct.
am, I
So-
am,
It is not only my body, the whole macrocosm is a manifestation of. Without the Atman, there is no universe.
So what is the point here? What is the connection to Swapna's point?
I am conscious, therefore I am.
No, the point here is that she was asking, how can this be that a dead body is it a manifestation of Atman? It is not only dead body, even a rock, even a tree, anything that we are seeing in the universe, including the various planets, that is all the manifestation of my Atman.
But Swapna is asking a question. The question is
Yeah.
this. It is, she understands, yeah, dead body, also live body. But she's asking, but what is the difference between a life? If everything is, consciousness is manifesting everywhere. So then what's the
Yeah.
difference between dead body and the life body? Why are they consciousness manifesting differently?
Sachidanandam, Sat Chit Anand. So
What's Sachidananda?
see, he has got only that easiness, the astitvam is there in the dead body, whereas the Chit and Anand is not there in the. But everything is Atman, whether it is Sat, Chit,
Now
or
what
Anand.
you have done when you say that, you have split Satyam into one entity, Jnanam or Chaitanyam into another entity, and Ananta or Ananda into another entity. You have broken Atma into three entities now. When you make a statement like Satyam, Jnanam, and Anantam are not three different things. Neither are they three different attributes of Atma. Because Atma is Nirgunam.
Yeah, true.
As Nirgunam. And so, but the beauty is that Nirguna Atma, when we say, it has to be conscious. Consciousness only can be Nirgunam. Okay. That and conscious only can be Satyam. And consciousness only will be Ananda Swarupam. That is the final statement of the Shastram. Please underline these words. You can't split it. Oh, there is only Satyam here. There is only consciousness here. You can't say like that. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. Sat, Chit, Ananta is all there everywhere. But for a human being to appreciate consciousness, that liveness must be there. It is a different manifestation. See, this is not life, but this is also Atma. But pot cannot know that, and because pot is not even live to begin with. But there are plants, etc., mosquitoes and all. They're all live. They're live. So it's a little better manifestation. Little better manifestation of consciousness, if I can even say that. A different manifestation of consciousness. Different manifestation of consciousness. Purposely, I'm saying consciousness. It is there here also. That manifestation of consciousness here in the human mind is so amazing that I can say, I am conscious of the entire universe. I am the observer of the universe. That to make a statement like that requires so much awareness. So much awareness. Awareness and consciousness are identical. So much awareness is needed to say, I am conscious of the world. I am conscious of the pot. The pot is not conscious of me. To make a statement like that requires something. Some brilliance is required. That brilliance is referred to Buddhau, Vijnana Prakasham. That consciousness, which is there everywhere, is manifest in the buddhi. Like that he's saying.
So in a dead body, it's unmanifest.
Dead body, it is not manifest in the way it is manifest here. Is this?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Ama,
Okay.
unmanifest nu sollakudadu. It's
No,
it is manifest. It is not manifest as it is manifest here.
Yeah.
non-respecting medium.
Yeah.
In the human body,
Yeah.
in the
No,
human
please.
அப்படி சொல்லணும்.
Say
Unmanifest.
that again. I lost you there.
Yeah, in the live human body, consciousness which is there in a stone is not manifest like it is manifest in the live human body. It's not expressing. It is not. There is no means to reflect that consciousness.
Okay.
Sunlight is
The
there everywhere.
reflecting medium. Oh, okay.
Ah,
So the reflecting medium is not present in the dead body. Is that right?
correct. That's it. That is called Chidabhasa. Now you're talking Chidabhasa. So sunlight is there everywhere.
Got it. Yeah.
But some places are bright, other places are not bright. If you ask why it is like that, if somebody asks, sunlight is all pervasive. Look at this, it's up 8 in the morning, it's bright. But here it is dark. Why? Why that area is dark if you ask what? Well, there is nothing to reflect light there in those places. And so it's dark. That's a stone. This is a live body.
Yeah.
Guruji, can we say that it is light and stone or whatever for the observer? Because that's how it is, right? Because Atma is everywhere, all pervasive. It's for the observer who thinks is the observer.
What is for the observer? It is for the observer.
It says buddhya upadhi kritameva tasya bhoktrutvam. In one of the mantras in Rathina, buddhi as the sarathi. So the buddhi, I feel, is the bhoktrutvam or whatever we call the ahankara. I think that is why I see. So when I am there, everything is there. So that there is there. I don't know how to explain.
You without you're realizing, you said two different things. Two different things you said. I'll remind you what that is.
Yeah.
You said, I think, therefore I see. Or therefore I am. I think, therefore I am. Another time you said, I am, therefore I think. So which one is correct?
See, the I am is something which is existence. And that because I am, I feel I am, so it is obviously I create a space to think, right? Only the I doesn't have a space to think. That am gives it the space to think. I don't know how to explain.
Yeah, thinking is mithya, I is satyam.
Yeah.
Like rock and clay. So something has to be there to sustain the thought. And that sustenance is provided by Atma.
So what Swapnaji was asking about buddhi, I thought this buddhya is the upadhi, and which is the bhoktrutvam, which is probably that gives us the we think that we exist and we experience because of that. That is why maybe in this mantra buddhi is being used.
And not only in this mantra, wherever buddhi guha is used, that Atma is hidden in the buddhi and all we say, right?
Because it's the pratyagatma bhutam, no? We also saw it is much closer to your...
Right. So some location, some idea of location is given. And only in the buddhi, buddhista ishvaraha. There is Shastram uses a word called buddhista ishvaraha. Buddhista ishvaraha means Ishvara that is there in the buddhi. What do you mean Ishvara in the buddhi? Ishvara is there everywhere. Yeah, Ishvara is there everywhere. But only Buddhista Ishvara can recognize that the Ishvara is there everywhere. So that buddhi is given a lot of predominance. It is taken as the house of Atma. How about that? House of Atma.
Because here in this mantra you spoke about sense organs governed by devatas. So even the devatas, they can't be created on their own without my knowledge, right? So I give the existence to the devatas also, is it not? It's not.
Yes. Of course. See, without my knowledge is a little tricky because we are all born ignorant. So we are gaining a lot of knowledge, but that doesn't mean devatas don't exist. They're all there. And slowly
I
I'm gaining.
meant I give the existence to everything what I create, what I think exists, right?
Yes.
So
Definitely.
in that case here, this devatas giving, I mean, offering to the Atma, and Atma in turn, it is as though supporting the devatas. It's that Atma is not different from me. So it is like devatas offering to it, it is not different from me, right? I'm talking about myself.
Soham bhavena pujayet.
Am I not talking about myself here? That I don't know.
Guruji, when we say I give the existence to something, what is this I? Is it small I or big
This
I?
Vamanam, when you're saying
Small I
Vamanam,
cannot give existence. It is the big I. That
I
is
don't,
what we are
I
talking.
don't know what you mean by small I and big I. You have to say
No,
something.
Jiva and absolute. So I give. Yes, I only give. Because I give the existence to all that I see.
Okay. Yeah, that I think we are clear on that.
Yeah.
I will tell you where this questioning came. I mean, but you introduced this mantra last week. From then, I've been thinking, and I'm picturing my mother passing away, and I'm sitting there. I see her breath going, literally, right? From leg to stomach to chest to throat, and then gone. And that's it, gone. So I was thinking, oh, is this Atma? And then, is Atma, then, I corrected myself. No, Atma cannot be that. Atma is unchanging. Atma is there in that dead body also. So what is the difference between, how do I understand this? So today, I think this answers my question, the reflecting consciousness, right? That medium is absent.
The mirrorness of the body is gone.
Gone.
What mirrorness? Well, the mirror that can make the consciousness come alive in a particular beautiful way is gone. That's why we say Sukshma Shariram is gone.
Yeah.
What is Sukshma Shariram? Well, it's what allows the consciousness to manifest
Yeah.
in a way which we call live being, living being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a crude way, so I can say the mirror for the body is the breath. I don't know. When breath is not there, it's gone, right? Meaning this.
But the word mirror we are using to appreciate the fact that the consciousness has to reflect, quote unquote, reflect. If we take it literally, then it will feel as a mirror is different, light is different. So light is hitting on the mirror and then it is reflecting. So like that, Atma is hitting on something and then it gets reflected. No, it's something also is Atma, really speaking. But the media, because now it's all Vyavaharika. From Paramarthika, we are jumping to Vyavaharika. You can't put these two in the same equation.
Yeah.
Wave and water, what is the relation between wave and water? Tell me. Is water reflecting in the wave? There are two orders of reality, at least in this example, similar order. But it's even wave and water. You can't even, wave is independent of, water is independent of wave. Wave is coming and going. Water is just nonchalant. It's just careless. It's indifferent about wave.
Mhm.
What is indifferent about wave? And so you can't really relate the two.
Yeah.
And so Atma continues to be, and then it just happens to be
Yeah.
specially manifest in a living being.
Yeah.
That is why there is no hard line in our dharma. There is no hard line between living and non-living being. Okay, you can make out living being and non-living being. That's fine.
Yeah.
But fundamentally, everything is Atma.
Yeah.
And so fundamentally, there is no difference between a living being and non-living being.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And what's the difference between living and non-living? It's like difference between any two things in this world. What is the difference between apple and orange? They're all different. So like that, living and non-living also. Sentiency, very important. Sentiency also is there. But there is no, there is nothing that's absolutely different between living and non-living. There is a
Yeah,
relative
isn't it the
difference.
breath? Isn't prana the the thing that divides, makes it, these two groups? Things that don't breathe, don't have breath, are non-living, right? No?
You know, if you talk like this, some biologists will come say, no, there is something called anaerobic respiration and all. They will start talking, and we will be confused because that he will bring an idea that there is no. There are some living beings where there is no respiration. Suppose somebody comes and tells us
Yeah.
that
That is
we
true.
don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a. There are so many species out there.
I guess bacteria and stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
don't know. We don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
That's why I can't accept it unless we know it this all.
Even many yogis go for 6 months into a cave and don't come out, or go below the earth and be buried and come out after 6 months.
So for them, yeah, that the visible prana, the audible prana is not there. You can't hear, but prana will still be there, right? And that's why you call it living. That entity is called prana. That makes a person. That makes the difference between living and dead.
Guruji, in our Sanskritam also, even non-living beings are Pullinga, Strilinga.
Oh yeah, that too.
Come again?
But in Sanskritam, non-living things are also Pullinga, Strilinga. They treat it the same.
It's a big problem in Sanskrit. People will get it takes a while, especially if the person is not tuned to it.
No, especially for South Indians. The Linga Veda.
Thinking Sanskrit.
Dhanyavadaha. I think Anirudhji has been waiting for some time.
Right, he's been waiting. Go ahead, Anil. That's
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Guruji, we started with saying philosophy, difference between philosophy and why what we discuss here, Vaidika is different from philosophy. I don't know if there is time still for that. We spent a lot of time here, but I do want to come to that. I don't want to forget because this comes up. Hinduism philosophy and all that Vedic philosophy, which we are saying there is not really a philosophy. It's a way of living, but maybe we want to spend some time on that.
Sure, I'll give you some ideas for you to think about. So when they talk about philosophy is a subject like any other subject, like psychology, sociology, engineering, medicine, etc., nutrition, whatever. There are hundreds and thousands of subjects out there, of which one subject is philosophy. Philosophy. It's a subject to be studied. For us, what about for us? Is it a subject to be studied? Well, yeah, it's something to be studied, but guess what? It's not optional for us. It's not optional. Philosophy is a subject to be studied in school or college, and you can be a philosopher if you want. But यहाँ पर तो every citizen, every individual is supposed to know their darshana. Supposed to know. The Pujaram Bhagavad Gita book will be there. The guy doesn't know how to read Sanskrit, what language also he doesn't know. but the book will be there. Why the book is there? Because whatever Krishna said, there is something that I'm supposed to know before I die. You ask the Western people, is that the way you look at your philosophy? Is that the way you look at it? No. No, it's not like that. Philosophy is there. If you want, you can study. There's no connection between philosophy and salvation. Here, there is a direct connection between darshana and moksha. Darshana is moksha shastra. I'm giving you some ideas. Later on, we'll debate. Okay, number one. Number two, therefore, philosophy is secular. Darshana is not secular. In fact, nothing in India is secular. Why? Because Ishvara Sarvavyapi, Vishnu Sarvavyapi. And you ask any illiterate person, Bhagavan kahan hai? He will say, Bhagavan kahan nahi hai. That's how you'll answer. Which means he also knows Bhagavan is everywhere. If Bhagavan is everywhere, then what is secular? Because secular means what? Minus Bhagavan, minus God, minus religion is secular. Where is minus God? You can't do minus God. Okay. So secular. Philosophy means secular. Philosophy here, there is no such thing called philosophy. Secular philosophy doesn't exist in Sanatana Dharma. Therefore, I can't call. Okay, that's number. Number three. These are enough. These are enough. Three and all, we can give things like age. Philosophy is stuff that you have to study, and it's presented. Whether it is you start from Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, all the Greek philosophers. America traces its philosophical roots to Greece. They decided Greece is good. We need to be friends. After all, we are also Europeans. We are all British. And so we can't just divorce ourselves from Europe. And so Greek people, they're all great thinkers. So we should somehow connect with them because we don't have that original thinkers here. We are all new. Only 1600s we came to America. And so we should give it to them. All right. So Greek, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, and then Voltaire, and they come down all the way to the 1600s, etc. Voltaire, Hume, Hegel, Arthur Schopenhauer, and then come latest here also to George Santayana and Rand, all that latest 1900s. All these are philosophers. So if they study in a philosophy department, that student is exposed to all the thoughts of these people. Correct? You look at their works, moksha will not be there. Liberation will not be there. Maybe there occasionally here and there, but they're not talking about liberation. They're not saying only if you know this, you are liberated. There's no connection between that and liberation. None of these people, you look at it. So all very profound thoughts, no doubt. Yeah, they're all great thinkers. Yes, we accept that. But there is no connection between my life and this thought. So for us, it's life or death. For them, it's optional. It's a subject, another subject of study. And then all these are in prose. For in ours, as a child onwards, we start chanting all these things. Philosophy is not chantable. Whereas I can chant Ashochan, Anmashochastan, Prajna Vavidan Sabhashase. We have a teacher in our Seva Kedram. What's her name? Manjari ji. What is her name? She has got an award for chanting the entire Bhagavad Gita by heart. And there are kids who will do this, just kids. And I saw once a competition in Hyderabad. Chinnajir, the Jir Swamiji was there presiding. And you tell the child, tell the 16th shloka of the 5th chapter. Then kada kada kada. And the Jir Swamiji was looking, they were all talking in the dais. He said, Swamiji himself was said, my Ishvara at work. Ishvara at work. So, like that, Keneshitam padati preshitam manaha. Ushanha vai vajasravasaha. You should not ask me which Upanishad that is. Ushanha vai vajasravasaha. Okay, like this we can keep on chanting, and Bhaashyam also we chant. Yushmad asmat pratyaya gocharayoho vishaya vishayinoho tamah prakashavat viruddha swabhavayoho itaretara bhavanupapattau siddhayam ityataha itaretara bhavanupapattihi. Like this go on. One sentence. चिदात् विषयिणी चिदात्मके अस्मत् प्रत्ययगोचरे विषयस्य तद्धर्माणां च अध्यासः तद्विपर्ययेण विषयिणः तद्धर्माणां च विषये अध्यासः इति मिथ्या इति भवितुं तं. That is the first sentence of Shankaracharya's Bhaashyam of Brahmasutras. We can go on and on. For hours we can keep on chanting, and they do. Indians do that. That is part of our culture. Tell me, where is this chanting in the West?
Not in the same way, yes. Yeah, not in the same
way. They respect philosophy. I'm not saying there's no respect. I'm saying there is just a vast difference between these two, with so many differences. God, word God they use. Hey, the word God is an English word that is referring to the biblical idea of God. And they protect their idea of God. There is God, and then the Son of God is there. Jesus is the Son of God, and so on and so forth. There is a particular way of looking at God in their vision, in the religious vision, Christian vision. What is the connection between that and my Ishvara? My Vishnu is very different. My Krishna is an avatar. There are three kinds of Satyams here. There is so much, so different it is. I can even claim my Swarga is unique compared to your Swarga. Your heaven, you keep it with yourself. They don't agree. In fact, I learned from them that they are saying that their heaven is unique and my Swarga is different. My God is a false God. False God. Make a note of that. Make a note of that. False God. They say that. Religions say that. Here, puja. Where is puja there? Murti puja. They call it idol worship. They say, thou shalt not worship an image made of hands. Bible. That's it. That is where this whole idol worship idea comes. Pagan. You're all pagans. You're all idol worshippers. You're all going to hell. Our Shastram doesn't talk like this. Our Shastram doesn't talk about communities. It doesn't label. It only addresses the individual. Do you want to know about yourself, about life? Then I'll offer you some. This is what the Shastram is addressing the individual. They're labeling a whole world. This is us. That's you. Using this philosophy, my God, this if you look at the history of Christianity, is amazing. And then they have an index of prohibited books. You'll be stunned when you see all this. If you didn't know. When first time I came to know, I said, what? Then Bruno was burnt at the stake for saying that, hey, this Earth is not the center of the solar system. The sun is the center of the solar system. And the religion just finished him off. Burnt at the stake, just burnt alive. That's what happened. That's the price. Yahan par we don't do that. You come Buddha, you're Buddha, you have something to say. Yeah, Buddhist. The Buddha says he's a Nastika, okay? We don't burn Buddha. We make him into a god. Avatara. They say Buddha avatar. Buddha becomes avatara in our culture. Wahan par finish off. So, I'm mixing religion and philosophy here. But yahan par religion and philosophy is intricate. Intricate. You can't separate philosophy from religion. You just can't separate. In fact, we will say the purpose of religion is to become spiritual so that you can understand the thought process. You can ask yourself certain fundamental question. That is why, and that doesn't exist here in this religion. That's why these people, when I first went to work in America, my boss asked me one day, what is your faith? Hey, what is your faith? I was shaken a little bit because nobody asked me that question before. What is your faith? At least if she had asked me, what is your religion? I can say my religion is Hinduism and all I can say. But she used the word faith. And that was new to me. That word was new to me, even though faith, belief, all that is there. Guess what? They are all called believers because that entire religion is based on belief. Yahan par, we also have a lot of beliefs, no doubt. But guess what? You have to figure yourself out in this religion. God, there is no God who's going to save you, quote unquote, even though the idea of God as a savior is there. Here, you have to figure it out. You have to develop that personal connection with Ishvara and then find your way out using all the tools that are available, all the yogas that are available. That is why these people are called believers and we are all called what? What do we call them?
Seekers.
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 Right? They don't call themselves seekers. Christians are all believers. We are all non-believers, according to them. So be it. We are all seekers because you have to seek the truth. Only the truth seeker is called a seeker. The person who's intent on knowing the truth is called a seeker. These are all words that you have to spend some time thinking about. So, Aniruddhaji, therefore, I don't use the word philosophy at all to what. In fact, you will not find me using the word philosophy. What we are studying in Bhagavad Gita is not philosophy. It is Siddhanta, it is a Darshana. It is something that I must own up right now in this life. And I can't use the word soul to translate Jiva. Do you know why? Why? Tell me why. You know the answer. Tell me why. Jiva is soul, right? Every book says soul. Every Swamiji says soul. But why that is wrong? I'll tell you why it's wrong. I'll give you a clue. If you look at soul, if you look at the Bible, human beings have souls. Animals do not have souls. Plants do not have souls. If that's the case, how can I translate Jiva as soul? Plant Jiva, a virus is a Jiva, animals are Jiva, cows are Jivas. Here they're saying, no, cow doesn't have a soul. So what? You can eat the cow. I can't do that. Krishna is saying, Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. Where is the question of consuming the cow? My vision is entirely different. So I can't translate Jiva as soul. I cannot translate Ishvara as God. I can't translate Murti Puja as idol worship because their idea of idol means it's a red herring. It creates an allergy in the Christian world. If you say idol, they are taught from day one, thou shalt not worship an idol made of hands. How can Christianity and Hinduism meet? There's no chance. Karma is not fate. People translate it as fate. And these English books translate karma as fate, and they say India is a poor country because of Hinduism. Why? Because Hinduism believes in fate. These are all fatalistic people. That's why India is poor. All lies, bunch of lies. They stole everything from us, reduced our GDP from 23% to 3% in just 200 years. And they're giving all these narratives. It's different. Karma is not fate. Okay. Religion, the dharma is not religion. How can dharma be religion? I can't use the word religion for our dharma.
Yes, Swami Dayananda used to say, OBTK, ABTK, nahi hai. That is something.
Yeah.
Somebody has come with a book. All religions are not same, something like that. Some Sanjay Dixit or something.
So that's okay. Paniruddhaji, now back to you. These are the reasons why I don't use the word philosophy for our darshanas.
Got it. Yes.
On the surface, we are told religions. So what? It's Christianity, it's Islam, it's Hinduism. But they're all trying to finish us off. If they're all equal, why are they trying to finish us off? Why is Usamuddin Oisai, why is he saying, look, every statement he makes is just provoking religious conflict. Why? Why do they want to convert us? Please tell me that. I want to know. There's no conversion here, there's conversion there. With all this philosophy they use and they try to convert us. That means something is lacking in that. One person said it very well. These people That religion is like that. It lacks. Fundamentally, there is a lack in the religion. That's why they want to just grab everything. I can't stand you being different. You have to be like me. If you are different, then I am up. I don't like it.
Their strength is only in numbers.
Bible itself, no. Bible itself says that you have to convert the other people because you have to bring God to that person. And therefore, they think they are doing the right. They think they are doing the right. That's why this conflict is very hard to solve. It requires a lot of tenacity and vision and assertiveness for us to protect ourselves. Otherwise, we don't stand a chance against Abrahamic. No chance. Their force is too big. They will use every rule in the book and some more outside the book to finish us off. This is the truth. Because the religion is asking them to do it. They're all nice people. They just follow their books. So it's a very interesting subject, Anirudh. I think we all need to understand this. The more we understand this, better I think we'll appreciate what's going on, in the country, geopolitics, this and that. And so therefore, that's why Rajiv Malhotra writes a book called The Battle for Sanskrit. Battle for Sanskrit. And he got this idea from Swamiji. Yeah, I also, when 30 years back, it suddenly struck me. Somewhere Swamiji had said, Ishvara is not God. That he said. It made me think, what is he saying? He said, God for us is not just a matter for belief, it is a matter for understanding. Look at that. Look at that statement. God is to be believed. They believe in God. All religious people believe in God. But for us, we don't stop with belief. You have to ask the question, Ishwar kaun hai? What is it? How did this creation happen? Who am I? Am I a created entity or an uncreated entity? And tell me the relationship between me and God. All these questions have to be analyzed properly, not simply believed, not no wishy-washy statements. And so, belief has to lead me to inquiry. Charaha. Therefore, jnanam is very big in our dharma. Very big. There also, they will say jnanam, knowledge of Jesus in heaven, knowledge of what do you call this, salvation. All that they'll also talk about. But that's different. That is all unprovable stuff. Like some of the things we have also are unprovable. Punyam and papam, not provable. Not provable. Swarga, not provable. We believe in Swarga because Veda talks about it, but not provable. You can't say just because Veda says it, science has to accept it. No, science will say, no, we don't accept all that because not measurable, not observable. But we accept it. Yeah, it's possible. There is a Swarga out there. We'll accept that. But we will not allow that to vitiate our reasoning. Our logic we will not allow Swarga to we will not be afraid of Indra. Oh, what will Indra do? Will I get a place in heaven if I talk like this? We are not going to be afraid of because of that. We won't allow Brahmaji to create fear in us. Buddhi is all we have. Buddhi is all we have. Shastram helps us develop that Buddhi. So it's a long talk.
Yes. I think there is clearly more reflection that we can all do individually and perhaps in a satsang also. But we talk about it a lot, and it comes up every once in a while in our classes. So I just thought I'll bring it up. Yeah.
Correct. That is why I consciously don't use some of those words sometimes. And even the word God, Ishvara, Bhagavan, like that, I say. Purposely, I do it.
But Sai Deepak makes an argument saying that Ekam Sat Vipraha Bahuda Vadanti is not applicable. I mean, that sentence was applicable as long as it was Sanatana Dharma everywhere. Now that you have got other religions that are coming, you can't extend this logic to include them.
These Hindus they take on a burden that doesn't belong to them. The burden is somehow I have to bring everybody together. As though this
They're
guy,
not Vipraha, right? They're not
so
Vipraha.
as though this Hindu guy, why should you take on this burden of uniting the entire universe? Who gave you that responsibility? No. We are somehow.
Guruji, is it not the same approach they are also doing? That we will also, our ideology is the right one and we'll get everybody into it.
No, but we are not getting everybody.
No,
That's a
but
problem.
I think there is that my way or highway. Whereas
Huh?
what we will do is that your highway joins mine and we have a bigger
Yeah.
your highway will come and join me and we will have a happy life further, where they are saying you be on that highway, then you are going to hell or you are not. I think there is a
They are saying
that
you are
underlying.
going the wrong direction.
Or Anirudhji, this is a different way they say in America. It's my way or the highway.
Yeah. True.
That's what they say.
True.
My way. You join, you agree with me, or you just take off.
Correct. Or you're not, yes.
But the
Or your
problem
journey
is,
is worthless.
the problem
If you're
is they
not
won't
on my
allow-
highway, your journey is worthless.
But
Basically.
the problem is they say, no, there is no highway. You can't go. We won't allow you to go anywhere. We'll keep on harassing you.
But Guruji, some of the philosophers like Socrates and all, they have said, no, like they come in terms of like understanding is superior, like inquiry, an unquestionable mind is not worth living and all that they say, right? So
Okay, yeah.
one odd here and there where who actually believed in inquiry, I think, and they were anyways not allowed to survive.
No, but I think that got separated from religious dogma long back, right? What Socrates said and what religious dogma is, right? I mean that I don't think Christianity will ever try to, let's say, walk on the path that Socrates, which is independent thinking, verification for yourself, and having a basis in logic and whatnot. I don't think Christianity can ever even go that far. But we're not here to talk about Christianity. I'm just saying that there's a religious dogma and thinking philosophy, thinking-based philosophy. I think there are a lot of differences there that come about.
It's the
Yeah.
religion doesn't support thinking. Maybe that's the belief doesn't support thinking.
So
Correct.
there are some groups among Christians who like to think like this. There are thinkers. Sapto Gunu Pradhana. And so, like Saint Thomas Aquinas, okay, is one of the prophets or something, but he was a thinker. And so
Martin Luther.
There is
Martin Luther.
Martin Luther is there. There's Saint Thomas Aquinas. So there used to be a Saint Thomas Aquinas church where I was studying in the US, and so I used to wonder. And then these guys are thinkers like Vedantis. Roman Catholics will just push them aside. You guys have nothing to do with us. Because everything will sound heretical. Because you're questioning God. You're questioning existence. You're questioning creation. God created the world in 7 days. You're questioning. These people are crazy people. Like that, they will say. Christianity, Roman Catholicism will brand such people. Brand. And so, yeah, so Anirudh is right. This whole inquiry process, etc., is shunned upon. Shunned. You can even use the word shunned. That is why then they will say, if you do too much of it, they will say, devil has possessed you. Devil has possessed.
But then how is it different from the movements where like ISKCON and all that is doing? That's also based on some kind of belief only, no?
Yeah, so it's based on belief.
I think that's a different interpretation of the same text. We allow that, no? Whereas in this, you can't even interpret the Bible differently. If you do that, you're a heretic. You're thrown out of the society. Whereas we will encourage somebody, and there will be clashes, and there will be this, and there will be that. Hinduism, Buddhism, for example, we can point to that and in a way. But I don't think we've ever said that you can't exist because you're Buddhist. Whereas they will say you can't exist because you don't believe in the Bible as it says there, right? I mean, I think so. Some differences, I think.
Yeah, so the Prabhupada and all, they have chose to highlight Sri Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, and Leelas and all sounds very good. I think this is the God that we have to go after. And when so big, huge population in the world is following Krishna, I think Krishna is the way to go. And so he highlighted Krishna, and so it became a big movement. It became a very big movement. And so Krishna's Leelas are very attractive, and so it provides a lot of freedom for these people, which does not exist in Christianity. Correct? And God, Jesus Christ means uh, he was sacrificed in the cross. And so that's the only picture of Jesus. And but now you look at Krishna, my goodness, this guy, Krishna is a child, Krishna is a teenager, Krishna has studied, he's doing so much mischief and so much magic. As a child itself, he's doing magic. It's too fantastic. How can you ignore this stuff? Let me highlight that. Like that, they highlight. So, chalega, we don't oppose all these things.
I think everywhere, I think it is the people who over-identify and try to become the rescuers of that particular religion. They own up to it, then maybe they create problems.
But it comes from the scripture. It is, even though we say people do it, but Bible says that you have to bring God to all the dark world, the people who are all dark, means in ignorance, they're wallowing in ignorance. Anybody who doesn't believe in Christ is bound to go to hell. And you know what? You should not allow them to go to hell.
You should
So
say
it's an edict. It's an edict.
And probably because we question that, maybe they come back saying that, oh, Krishna also propagated war and all that. They try to bring all kinds of negativity into the, yeah, correct.
Hindus don't know how to deal with this, as simple as somebody knocks on your door and says, gives you a Bible, what will you do? We have studied a lot, so we can, some argument we can give. But fundamentally, we are not trained to say, mind, protect yourself from these guys. We're not trained. We don't know. We'll just be confused. Even after studying a lot of Vedanta, we'll be confused. What the Bible, God has come.
My husband had
Very
this
polite, very polite. Ahimsa, Shanti, then all these values. Come, please sit down. Please sit down. We don't have juice, this, that. And because he's a godly guy, somebody wrote how to respond to these guys. I've told you this, I think, but I'll tell it to you again. I used to remember those numbers. He says, wait, you want me to follow Jesus? Yes, I want you to. Why? Because he is the Savior. Okay, I'll do that. But first, I want you to tell me, are you a Christian? Yes, I'm a Christian. A devout Christian? Yes, devout Christian. Do you have the Bible with you? Mark. You have Mark? Okay, I have Mark. Look at 16. The number I forgot. Look at 1624. What does he say? What does Mark say? He says 1624, 16. He says, if you are my devotee, that true devotee may even drink poison and still will be alive. Something like that. It's
correct.
Does it say that? Okay. Here, this is this toilet cleaner that I have with me. Okay, it's poison. Okay, come drink this. You don't have to drink everything. Just one glass I've got with you. Drink it, and then after that I will become devotee of Jesus. This guy didn't know what to do. It seems he had to run. He ran. He quit. He never quit. Never again to come to this place. And must have gone back and checked. This is how they're saying. What can I do? Something like that. So we have to be armed with some argument. With some not we should argue philosophy. This it doesn't work. We should. It's a waste of time. You just give it in a way that they just will run away from this place. That's the only way to protect ourselves. Really, we have to give it. We have to talk their own language. In other words, their language. We have to talk. I wrote it down somewhere. If I find it, I'll let you know. Because I found it the minute I saw that in that article, I was very impressed. Yeah, it's the way. Anyway, good. We will. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.